doing? Hey, how y'all doing? Yeah. How is y'all doing? The ones that was over there coming for me on my last video, girl. I know my audio was messed up. I mean, really, I ain't know for real. My bad, y'all. I did not know my audio was messed up, girl. Okay, I had got that video uploaded, thinking everything is good. I got this new mixer, and I made a mistake and tapped one of the sound effect buttons. And that is so on me. That is my fault. I'm so sorry, y'all. But y'all ain't have to come for me like that. Some good morning, Earthlings, or whatever it was, baby. I saw you trying to be funny. Anyway, girl, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Listen, we here to talk about traders. So hey, how y'all doing? Remember, I was like talking and I just said that I felt like Bravo, Peacock, whatever, more so Peacock. I feel like they were trying to use Porsha and Candiace as like the draw in for people to tune into this show. And can I say that no, it's so many more draw ins in my personal, and I didn't really realize that. Okay. And when I watched it, I said, damn, I think I know half the cast. Right? I don't think I really examined the cast how I thought, but I feel like I know half the cast and I'm liking it so far. I think they may have a winner. Let us hope that it stays good because y'all know I'll tap out real quick, but I'm going to try my best. It's 2026 to stay committed to the show regardless. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, there are a few people here that I'm familiar with. Okay, so like Candiace, Real Housewives of Potomac, Porsha, Real Housewives. You got Rob of Love Island. You got Maura of Love Island. You got Lisa Rinna of Real Housewives, Dorinda, Real Housewives, Michael Rapaport. Girl, like a lot of us know him. He's an actor, but you know what? His most iconic role, and it really wasn't even a role, but the most iconic thing, I guess, about Michael is the fact that Kenya ate his ass up over there on Watch What's Happened Live. Get that together. Hello? Hello? Yeah. Come on, Miss Ken. Anywho, child. Also Caroline Stanbury of Real Housewives, and then you got Tiffany, a Big Brother. So I'm familiar with those individuals, and I feel like that's really half the damn cast. Now, y'all, I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I'm not a Swiftie. Okay, I am not a Swiftie. I'm not that into Travis Kelce. I came to know Travis Kelce by way of his ex girlfriend Kayla, right? Not because he's dating Taylor Swift. So I didn't know that was Mama Kelce, okay? But anywho, his mama's on the show. I'm here for Monét, baby. Here for Monét on both sides. Understand? Understand? What's up? Here for Monét. Who else is Yam Jam? I don't know, y'all. I think it's worded Yam Yam, but it's pronounced Jam Jam. Jam Jam. I hope I'm saying it right. Not a fan right now. Kind of annoying, like Michael Rapaport. Not even gonna hold you guys. Tara is sneaky AF. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Tara and Candiace are already kind of like good friends, I'll say. If Tara became a traitor, it would be a dog mess. If Tara does not become a traitor, it still would be interesting because her and Candiace are getting really cool. And if Candiace has to betray her friend, like, girl, that is room for messiness. You hear me? But Tara, girl, I got my eyes on you. It's something about you. Colton, child. Baby, Colton want to be a traitor so damn bad. Colton wants to be a traitor so bad. Okay. Who else we got? You got Ian, you got Johnny. It's a few other people, but just know I don't know everybody, but I feel like I know half the cast, and that's all good. All right, y'all know Dorinda is back. I can't remember. I think she was on there last season with Phaedra. So I've seen season one. I've watched season two. I did not finish season three, and we are here for season four. Okay. Now I don't think that I did any reviews for the previous seasons, but I'm going to. I don't think so. I feel like I may have talked about it on the channel, but I don't think I did like a review on the show. So I am here to do the review, okay? Um, what else we got going on? I think that was it. All right. So anywho, it's time for them to pick their first trader. Okay. So they didn't got to the castle or whatever. They done met everybody. Oh my God, blah, 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 all this other stuff, girl. Alan comes out and said, listen, this is cute, but it's time for y'all to find out who the super trader finna be. The first trader, I'm finna pick him in plain sight, and it's finna be what it is. So the first person he calls is Candiace, okay? But like I said, y'all, when he said this, Colton was sitting up there like, oh, pick me, pick me, pick me. I want to be the traitor. Girl, he looked like he was so ready. Candiace goes first. She didn't really give much of a reaction, although Rob was like, oh, she looks like she's disappointed. I think it was Rob that said that. And I'm like, it's not really giving. Disappointed. It's giving hella nervous though. I will say that. Now, Donna, who happens to be Travis Kelce's mom, she goes up there. She just nods her head. Now, Dorinda says, oh, nobody's going to murder her. Okay, because if you do, then the Swifties will kill you. And it's like, baby, bye. Swifties, that's not for the work over here on Peacock Land. All right? Them stunts that y'all be pulling over there on Love Island, y'all not going to be able to pull them type of stunts over here on Traitors, okay? And that's part of why I like Traitors, because it ain't really got a whole lot of nothing to do with the damn audience, and it's an extremely interesting game show. Like, I like that. But anywho, that's that on that, right? What else we got? Rob had me cackling because Rob is really in love with Travis Kelce's mama, and I don't understand what's going on, okay? He over there looking at that lady like, yeah, that's it right there. That's how you create athletes. Yeah. I was like, Rob, are you cool, baby? You okay? Calm down, my love. Calm down, beloved. Now, after all is said and done, then the traitor is chosen. Okay, they go inside, they mingle, get to know each other. We see Monét go up to Jam Jam, and or Jam Jam. I'm gonna mess that up. Please forgive me. I promise I'm gonna work on it. Jam Jam. All right, they're talking. Jam Jam tells Monét, like, you know who I think the traitor is. Monét like, who? Jam Jam says, I think that is Mama Kelce. Monét said, you know what? I was just sitting up here thinking that people may be sitting up in my face and laughing, hee hee ha ha, and being fake as hell, knowing that they the traitor the whole time. So since you pointed that out, and I ain't really got no other prospects right now, for real, not nobody to like pinpoint, I'm gonna take that and put that in my pocket because you just might be right about a little something. So I'm gonna hold on to that. You could be right. Child, listen, keep watching. So Maura up here lying, y'all. She's saying that she don't know nobody. I do not believe her. She says she only know Rob. She says that she only knows him because of Love Island. Like, yeah, that's true. However, I feel like you know some of the housewives though. I feel like you at least know some of the damn housewives, girl. And it's very possible that she does not know anybody. Porsha over there looking at her like, BIT, if you don't know nobody else, you should at least know me, girl. Like, girl, you don't know me. You don't know Big Willie P. You don't know me. What's going on? Okay? But it's very possible that she does not know. But I really feel like Maura's goal is to really play stupid about every damn thing, but clock everything at the same time. So we just gonna see. I don't know. We gonna see. Lisa Rinna was asked by Alan, like, why is she a threat in this game? And she says, because, you know, I'm me. I'm Lisa Rinna. And I said, girl, you ain't never lied. As much as Lisa may irritate us or get on our nerves or whatever, I will have to say that Lisa Rinna is exactly who the fuck she thinks she is. I have to, yes, Miss Ma'am is, okay? It's time to pick the traitors, the rest of the traitors, okay? Because one was already chosen. It's time to pick more. But nobody knows how many Alan is picking. So when it comes down to it, when he was walking around the room, baby, I thought he was going to pick, what's his name, Michael Rapaport? The way I got the damn screaming, like, no, I was yelling at my TV, y'all. I know my husband was like, he was over there in his phone, really. Okay, but I ain't give a damn because I was loud. And I was like, you better not. You better keep your hands to yourself and keep going. And I was so glad because I'm like, I mean, at some point, I'm sure. Well, I can't say that I'm sure, but at some point, maybe it's okay for him to be a traitor. Not right now, though. Don't do it. He don't need that. No one man should have all that power. Not, at least not him. Not right now. Okay. He picks Candiace. I said, I like, okay? Y'all know I like me some Candiace. I said, I like, let's go. She was so happy. She was like, oh my God, I feel like I just won Miss United States. I loved it, okay? And she says, you know, she's like, oh, this game is about main character. And it's obviously I'm a main character. I said, baby, listen to me. I loved it. I love that because for me, I was like, girl, if they had intros like Housewives had intros, that would be Candiace's intro, girl. That would be her intro. Okay, this game is about main character. And I'm obviously a main character or whatever it is. And I'm obviously giving main character energy, whatever. I said, oh, yes. Hold on to that one, baby. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Now, Lisa Rinna, she was picked next, and then Rob of Love Island was picked next. And when I saw him pick Rob, I said, "Oh my God, I think we got something. I think we got something here." I was excited. I was like, "We got something, baby. Let's go, honey." So Rob C, baby, I don't know if y'all caught it. They put the camera on Rob C. Rob C already like. He already looking around, girl. Already looking around, ready to pinpoint, find somebody. It was you. It's you. He ready. He is ready to play the game. But what we learned, There will not be a murder tonight, though. Okay, we just gonna hang out some more, get to know each other, but just know that the traitors are talking amongst y'all. They standing up here in y'all face, smiling in your face. Okay, all the time they want to take your place, them backstabbers. That's what's going on. They in your face. So Michael Rapaport tells people that he studies the game. I study this game, right? And there's 5 gamers and 5 housewives, and mathematically, it's one from each group that's in it. Well, you are halfway right, Michael. Your mathematics was halfway right, okay? But that's gonna likely turn around and bite you in your ass. And I ended up kind of being right a little bit by the end of the episode. So Candiace, she's talking with the faithfuls, right? Well, they don't know that she's a traitor. So she's talking to everybody else, right? And she tells them that she thinks Rinna could be a traitor. And I said, yikes. Not you to sat up there and told on your homegirl, but she doesn't know at this time that she's a traitor. So when Rob goes into one of the rooms and Michael Rapaport happens to be in there with a bunch of people, and he tells Rob, like, yo, Rob from Love Island, he tells Rob, like, hey, you know, you being really quiet and good looking, like, that's going to be a problem at some point. And he's like, why is it going to be a problem? He said, people can't trust you being quiet. And he said, but if you talk to me, I'll talk back to you. And true. But also, Michael, I feel like you saying that to Rob, you were likely trying to give him a heads up, but you also were showing to me that he's a threat to you as well. That's what I was seeing. Okay. Rob C, not to be confused with Rob R of Love Island. Rob C and Tiffany are trying to create them a gamer alliance. So we'll see how that's going to go. Lisa, Rinna, and Candiace and Rob are now having to go and take the traitor's oath. Okay, so now they got to go to the turret. I think that's how you say it, the turret. So it's time to meet each other face to face. Okay, after they've done their oath, it's time to go out there. They meet each other. But the first 2 to meet each other is Lisa and Candiace. When they first meet each other, they over there cackling, they laughing. It was hilarious. I loved it. I'm like, girl, that's likely. I would have had the same reaction. Love that for them. Then you had, what's his name? Rob. So then Rob comes in. She's like, Alabama. Okay, Rob, don't let us Alabama people down. Honey. Please don't. Like, get it. You're doing. So I'm liking what I see. I'm liking what I see a little piece. I'm not gonna hold you, okay? But yeah. So everybody was super excited to find out that, hey, not only am I a traitor, but I'm a traitor with you guys. Oh, let's go. This is juicy, okay? So Candiace tells Lisa, girl, listen, I may have told somebody that you was a traitor. As a matter of fact, I told a few somebodies that you could be a traitor, but don't worry about it, girl, because I'm going to go back. I'm going to walk you back. I say, yes, go walk that back, girl. Go walk that back, okay? Now, they realize that, okay, I didn't get the car. You didn't get the car. You didn't get the car. Because remember, at the top of the episode, a traitor was chosen in plain sight, and it was none of them. So now they're realizing, like, oh, my God, it's another person out there. We got to find out who the hell that person is. Okay, so Alan comes in there, and he's like, listen, y'all ain't finna find this out tonight? Nah, we gonna enjoy ourselves. Y'all get up the next morning and then we're gonna do a mission, and I'm not gonna introduce y'all to this person tonight. So they get ready to go to the mission. The next morning, there are 100 coffins in the lot, but only 12 of them are worth money. So they have to grab a coffin and place it in a grave. What they didn't know, and they learned at a later time, is that those graves are all marked with the names being their names, right? And the people who ends up getting a coffin in their grave will be up to be murdered at a later time, all right? But for every coffin that is in a grave, they will receive money to the pot. All right. So that's what's going on. What was cackling to me at the top of the episode was the fact that they put in the part about Steven and how Steven had a California boating license. And I said, why do we need to know this? We needed to know this because Steven's boat was the main damn boat struggling. Okay. The way I was over there hollering, not you trying to sleep, let the people know what's up, and y'all over there struggling. It was a mess. Anywho, Rob's boat was the first boat to land. Rob, I'm finna tell you right now, baby, I'm so glad you're a traitor, because the way that you finna be a threat, you was over there pushing that boat off the into the water or whatever, and you leading your team and guiding your team, even helping them steer the boat, in a sense, row the boat. I said, baby, you are gonna be a problem, Rob. They are definitely going to be gunning for you as you get closer to the end. Okay, so but shout out to you though. Right? Once they got back, they were also the first group to get back out there. They got their coffin, they got to the front, and they decided to drop it down there in Ron's grave. And they said, oh, it's no hard feelings. We're just dropping it wherever. And I'm like, somebody had to suggest that though. So what is the issue really with Ron that y'all put it in there? Even though they had just met each other, right? But yeah, I feel like Ron is the only person that's not really a part of a show. They say that Ron is the comedian. I gotta look Ron up. Because there was this other guy on season 1 that was he was a TikToker though. So I don't know. Sometimes people may not have the titles that they say they have for real. So I'm just like, I don't know. Is he a comedian? Because nothing about Rob really gives comedian at this point to me. All right. But we're still getting to know Rob. All in all, that's what's going on. So Colton's boat has once they made it back, they decided to put theirs in Rob R's boat. And I feel like they did that intentionally because of course how quick Rob was able to get his boat off and how Rob was able to be the first one back to the island to put what they need to put in the grave. So they see him as a threat. So Candiace says at one point, once her team came back, she was saying something about putting it in Donna's casket or whatever. And she said, actually, yeah, I think they were trying to put it in. Either way, there was a time in the episode where Candiace highlights Donna and how she wanted the casket, the coffin to go into Donna's grave. And she mentioned something where she says if they murdered Donna, she believes that it would shake up, it would rock, it would shock everybody in the castle. And I'm like, this is the second time my homegirl may be on to something. I don't know. But I will say that her and what's his name? Jam, they're on the same page because Jam also said this to Monét. But let's keep going, okay? The final decision at the end of the game ended up being Ron, Rob R, Donna, Eric, Michael, Ian, Dorinda, Rob C, and Mark. Dorinda was pissed because Dorinda is like, baby, this is the same thing that happened last year, and I don't got time for it, honey. I am not trying to be kicked out this game sooner than what I need to be, so y'all gonna have to get it together. Okay? I'm gonna have to get it together. Okay? So hopefully Dorinda does just that. All right. Now, on the way back to the castle or whatnot, Candiace brings up to Porsha and Maura Michael saying how he wanted to put a coffin in one of the housewives' graves. Now, Candiace really is just starting SHI just a little piece because I can't remember Michael saying that. I don't remember him saying that, but my girl got to do what she got to do to make sure ain't nobody trying to consider her. But also, it's like it's okay to fly under the radar just a little piece too. Now, Porsha talks about how Traitor could have been okay. So this is what's said on their way back. Once we're back at the house, everybody done got cleaned up. They downstairs, they chilling. Rob, Michael, Porsha, and someone else, I can't remember who it was, in the room, all were in a room together chilling. And I think Ron was in there as well. So y'all know Rob who's also a traitor, he's on the list to be eliminated or to be murdered that night. And so he says, dang, like this really could be our last night, yada, 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 whatever the case is. And then Porsha says something like, yeah, but the flip side is the fact that one of the traitors could have been standing in front of their own grave, though. That's what she said. It was funny because Rob didn't really know how to respond to that. But then she also goes on to say, like, we didn't have any rhyme or reason behind why we put certain coffins in particular graves. But then she calls out Michael and says, but you did, though. And he's like, what you talking about? She said, oh, well, I heard that you said let's put the coffins in the housewives' graves. He said, I did not say that. Ron said, no, that's not what happened. None of that happened. It is so messy, hon. That's messy. And so Michael said, well, who told you that? And at first she wasn't going to say that, but then she was like, okay, come on. So they all go to the kitchen where Candiace at, baby. And this is where Porsha calls Candiace out for telling her what Michael said he was going to do. And so Candiace played it. And I was sitting up here like, how is Candiace going to get herself out of this? So Candiace is like, so I said, what? Yeah. And I said, in the car? Oh, you must have misheard me. Girl, not I misspoke, but it was given, you must have misheard me. Because I didn't say that he said that on today. Go ahead on, girl. Go ahead on, girl. I was like, Porsha, you not finna go for this, right? Are you going for this? Are you finna let Candiace play in your face? Some part of me is like, please let Candiace play in your face. Then it's like, girl, don't let Candiace play in your face like that, right? So Porsha wasn't gonna let her play in her face. So she looks over at Maura like, and she said, girl, don't look like that. And Maura said, what? Girl, I'm looking like this because I don't know what the hell you talking about. Okay, I don't even know what the hell you finna say. Right? And so Porsha asked Maura. Maura said, girl, I don't know. BIT, I can't even tell you who team I was on. That's how bad my memory is. I don't know who team I was on. I'm still trying to learn y'all names because she's still acting dumbfounded, right? And I don't know what was discussed on the bus. Baby, listen. Maura not knowing what the hell was said was Candiace's saving grace, a little piece. Maura says she does not remember Candiace saying what Porsha is saying. She said, baby, I kind of felt bad for Porsha. Porsha was feeling real sad, like, okay, well, maybe I was wrong. Maybe I misheard it wrong. And girl, Porsha was sick though, because she knew at that moment she kind of had a target on her back with Michael, in a sense, and how it made her look in the house. So I don't know. Girl, this was good. That little BS Candiace started, that whole little piece was good. And Maura really added the oomph to it by being like, girl, shut the hell up talking to me. Like, back up. I don't know what you talking about. I ain't got name. My name Benny. I ain't in it. I don't know, girl. I don't know. Don't ask me. Crazy work. Okay? Porsha said, because she know that target on her back now. Ooh, I said, ooh, this so trifling. So then, because here's the thing, though. Candiace was not expecting Porsha to run that back to Michael. She was just expecting her to probably consider him to eliminate him and think that he's the traitor because to get the scent off of her. Right? And Porsha was sitting up there like, dang, like, that's crazy. Like, to change your story. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to make of that. Like, but I still trust Candiace. Like, but I don't know. Like, maybe I didn't hear what I thought I heard. I was like, oh, damn, Porsha. We be thinking you be airheaded and all this other stuff only for you to really be right this time. You know, I was like, man, Porsha really wasn't wrong, but it's sad. It's sad you got played like that. Anyway, girl, so Candiace and Monét are talking, and they're saying that they believe that Michael is the traitor, right? But Michael, he does these rants and these theatrics and stuff. Like, I understand why people would think that it's him that's the damn traitor. Right? You put that on target on your back. It's 5 gamers and it's 5 housewives, and one of them are the traitors and da-da-da-da-da. Baby, can I say this, though? As much as Michael may get on my nerves, I'll say this, he's hilariously obnoxious. That's Michael. That's what he is, okay? Now it's time for the traitors to meet, make a decision on the final few names that are on the list, okay? Which includes a few people, can't remember everybody's name, but it definitely included Rob R., who's also a traitor. But I think they ended up going with Ian at the end of the day. Don't quote me. But that's pretty much how the episode ended, all right? First episode was good. First episode was a key, just a bit. And I like it so far. I do, okay? But we'll get into more. Y'all leave your thoughts and comments down below on this first episode. I'm Jamie, that's me. Like up the video, and I'll catch y'all in the next one, honey. Bye.
Tell them I preach to the choir. Stand with my feet to the fire. Give all the glory to God. Stand in the midst of these haters, I'm silent, nobody can stop me. Just gotta check in my notification, them numbers hit like it's a proxy.